rest of your family and everybody listening. Yeah.
As I talked before about going out and seeing the layout of the finish line and walk out from the finish line out along Belleville. Tomorrow you will see the signs won't be up today, but it will say 500. Actually, I think we go so a kilometer to go, 900 meters, 800 meters, because you'll start hearing, and you can't see the finish line, but you can hear them. You think it's right around the corner, and it is, but just keep going. But we do have those markers to be able to say, okay, I can do it, 200 meters to go.
And you've got to be mentally strong, and visualization is so important if you're running marathons, and any distance, but more so marathons, because the further the distance, the more important. But just knowing you've got all those damn turns, when you're coming in, the last bit, I got another turn, and then a straightaway, another turn, and then you hit the last 800 meters, and it's like, and you can't see the finish line until maybe the last 400 meters. So you've got to just psychologically be aware you've got that coming, all right, and pace yourself for it, right? So anyway.
It's like the big T's, right?
It is.
Here, and you get the score, okay, surround that score.
Yeah.
Surround that score now.
So Joe, what's the craziest things? I mean, you're looking good. You're almost there. What's the most interesting things people say to runners?
The three great lies of running are you're almost there. It's all downhill from here, and the biggest lie of all is you're looking good.
Yeah.
I remember I actually only run the marathon here once, and it was 20 years ago, but I still remember coming down that home stretch, and someone said, "Are you okay?" I don't know whether you have 911. I think they must have been ready to call 911. But they said that, either being very honest or I was in really bad shape. Yeah.
We do have a great medical tent at the finish line. Was there any? But yeah, that's sort of fun.
Any mantras, Joe, that you've heard of that?
Yes, I did the marathon in May of this year, and I had a friend who joined me late in the event, and she said, "Run the mile you're in." In other words, don't think about what you did once, or don't think about the miles behind you, or kilometers in the case of being up there, or how many you have to go, but focus on the one you're in. And that's true literally in the event itself, but it's also true for a lot of things that we do in the whole training period. It's doing what you're right in front of you.
And some of you Canadians say that you could say kilometers. But,
Rob, what's your mantra?
Oh my God. Well, if I was coming back along here, I'd probably tip my hat at mile zero Terry Fox and just think about those 143 marathons back to back that he did. So I mean, I sort of think of people that have motivated me over the years, like Terry, like Hans, who's going on 94 next month, that is still running up to 8K, and he might be in the 8K tomorrow. If not, he'll be at the finish line shaking hands with me. Joe, anybody that?
Well, last year it took me about 3 kilometers to catch up with him.
Oh, with Hans.
Yeah. Right. So that's both a tribute to him and a indication of where I am.
Yeah, and that's like Daryl Fox. Daryl, we hiked up Mount Terry Fox. It's never been done by the family before, and the mountain was dedicated in 1981, and the family hadn't trekked up to the top of it. It was 2,600 meters, and we did that in September. About 60 of us, and that wasn't enough for Daryl. He did a 350K bike ride 2 days before that 12-hour hike. So I'm just really, and that's why every hand I shake has a story, and it's just phenomenal, when you get to meet people and hear why they're here, why, and we think of the charity work and why people are running, and it's really motivating. And that's what keeps us all going. As long as we can stay mobile, as long as we can, that's a good thing. And Kathy, you've done a lot of races, more than some of us over the last number of years. What's your?
Sometimes I say, or my daughters, who are now 17 and 15, but they say it's easy and effortless and all worthwhile. When I did Ironman, they painted 2 of my nails, my thumb and this finger. So then I was always like, when I was running or whether I was cycling
number one. So that's what I was doing, and I could see my bright red fingernail, and I usually do that for my races now, to be able to remind myself and what my daughters have done for me.